Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back in another cars review, and in this one we're back for part 2 with Racer comparing to the hauler and seeing how much they match up. In part 1 we had LightningMcQueen with Mac, but in this one we have Bobby Swift and his hauler. Make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll be showing the upcoming cars that I'll be reviewing in the next videos. Let's go ahead and hop straight into this part 2 with Bobby Swift and reviewing him. Bobby Swift was one of the classic cars at the beginning of Cars 3, racing with Lightning McQueen. It was him, Cal Weathers, and yeah, of course, Lightning McQueen. Let's go ahead and hop straight into reviewing him. Here we go. He has green eyes and then the purple eyelids above it. And of course, his sponsor is Octane Gain, who he represents. And there's 2 different fonts here, which I think is pretty cool. One's more bolded. You can see it goes from yellow to that orange, and the slash going through it. And the Octane doing the same thing, but in that skinnier font as well. And of course, it's boxed in that darker purple. And it's turbo vitamins. I'm guessing Octane Gain is like an energy drink that we drink. And it basically gives them like a lot of turbo, a lot of energy, and like different vitamins that little kids would take every day, or yeah, like energy drinks. Number 19 in that bottom left corner right there, 2 headlights right there, and that classic smile that most stock cars have. Moving on to the right here, you can see the Lightyear on the purple paint. I really do like the purple and orange mixed together. Kind of reminds me of like a basketball team, but I think it looks really, really cool. And I really like the color scheme. You don't see purple and orange together very often, and so it's a nice refresher. Black Lightyear tires, you can see Lightyear in white right there. Then he has black rims, but you can see that orange is inside the tire. Would have been nice if the whole rim was orange, but it's okay. His sponsors are Piston Cup, Vitaline, Revolting, RPM, Nitroate, Octane Gain, and Clutch Shade. You can see all the different colors in there. Number 19 in white, outlined in orange and black, making it look 3D. And you can see going from the right to the left, you can see it almost looks like spikes protruding behind the number 19, sticking out right there. Almost looks like a crown as well. But I'm guessing that's like turbo, moving forward and everything. You got that little white or yellow line going right there. It goes transitions from lavender to that dark purplish, almost black bar right there as well. Gray windows, same as Lightning McQueen. It says his name right there above, Bobby Swift, and you can see another orange patch of spikes, whatever you want to call it, going over. Like I said, gray window, purple bar separates it, but in this back gray window, you see black bars going around it. And then Octane Gain vitamins right there as well. Coming to the back, he actually has a camera. He's one of the cars that has it. But over the Octane Gain, of course, in the same colors as before. Turbo vitamins, it says once again. His 2 taillights right there in red and white. And then we have the spoiler there as well, that classic purple color. And you can see the orange on the side continues and transitions, but not completely smoothly. This side transitions perfectly. This side you can see it's almost like it cuts off a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's how it's meant to be, that, but that looks a little strange actually. Like it was almost an error in the making. Is it just this car? All cars, I'm not too sure, but we're not going to count it against it. Number 19 in the bottom right corner this time in white. Coming back to this side, pretty much the same as the other side, but flipped. Octane Gain turbo vitamins in that top left corner. You can see the orange spiking out once again. Black Lightyear tires with the orange and blackish grayish rims in there. The gray window in the back has the black bars going around it, separated by a purple bar, and then the normal gray window with the Bobby Swift cursive right above it. And you can see the orange spikes up right behind it. Same sponsors on the other side, so I'm not going to go through them. Exhaust pipes right there with the yellow marking right next to it. And once again, it goes from the purple. And I didn't notice that there was the purple going underneath. Is that doing the same thing on this side? Yes, it does. It makes it look 3D under each of the spikes coming out. You can see like a purple highlighting underneath, like a shadow. Then of course, Lightyear going over this front tire. We come back to the top. When we go to the top of the car, you see the same number 19 is on top. That's on the side of the car in white, and then it's a little tilted just a little bit. You can see it's highlighted and shadowed in black and that orange color as well. Gray window, once again, with 3 black bars going around it. You see near the spoiler, it says Octane Gain turbo vitamins with many bolts going behind it. And I'm guessing it's made in China because this was a very early version, and yes, it is. Going on to the hauler here, I'm not too sure if he has a name. I didn't look it up, but I'm not too sure that he does. So I'm just gonna call him Bobby's hauler. And going right off the top, you can see that his hat, that he's wearing right there, and the overall color of the car, they are two different colors. And the front as well, it's like a almost pinkish lavender, lighter purple right here. Then you go to this darker purple, like almost midnight sky, and then you go to that same color back on the top that it is in the front. Interesting. Same with Mac, he has one eye that's a little bigger than the other, but I think the squares are the same size. Obviously it's white in the back, then he has the gray pupils right there. Octane Gain turbo vitamins in orange and yellow fading, and with that purple background again in that little box. Same as Bobby Swift's. He's got that big grill right there that looks like a mustache, of course. Then he's got his two headlights right there. And he doesn't have any white. Most cars will have white in their smile, but he does not. It's just all purple back there, like Thanos. He's got a little blue tooth looking thing right there, which is interesting. And a little red tongue sticking out as well. And of course his rear view mirrors too. Same with Mac. What I noticed that was interesting with the car's wheels was that the first one has different rims than the back. And I think overall just different tires. You can see it has black rims and that silver metal tires right here that almost looks like a gear. But then you go back to these other two and it almost looks like little jewelry or like owl eyes or something. But I honestly don't know which one I like better. Does it look a little weird that they're different? Yes, but I don't know what to think about it. I'm pretty sure that all the haulers basically have that same design. Anyways, moving on, you can definitely see the color differences going through here as that matches the front. And this is a different color right there. I'm not too sure why they made that choice, but I'm not against it though. Same Octane Gain logo right here, but I actually think it's a little different because it's Octane, then Gain underneath, then Turbo Vitamins underneath as well, transitioning from yellow to the sun red. And then you get that orange slash going across right there, like a backwards C almost as well. And of course the gray window, rear view mirror right there looking out of it, and not too much else. You can see the smoke pumping pipes right there as well. Going to the back, looking at his mud flaps, he has that same design as the side of the car right there. Octane Gain turbo vitamins. This time it's highlighted in a purple box around it, which I think looks better than like what the hat has in that darker purple. This is a much lighter purple, which I like. His license plate reads OCTN-19, which obviously stands for Octane Gain, and number 19 because Bobby Swift is number 19. Then he's got the two pipes coming right there, the smoke shooting out of it, and he's got those different wires going right there, one black, one purple, bar gun above it, and a couple bolts underneath. Not too much else to say right there. Come back to this side, you can see there's three different tires right there. Once again, black tires and that silver metal looking rims. Octane Gain turbo vitamins, this time with the C going the correct way this time, with that orange slash going around, almost like a crescent moon as well. And once again, gray window in the rear view mirrors as well. Not too much else to say. If you go to the top here, looking at the car, same thing as Mac as well, having the 5 bolts there. I think they're lights is actually what they are, so at nighttime it glows, and you see the lights right there in yellow. And the orange protrudes onto the top as well, as you can see it going for like little hornets. And then if you look in the back here, you can also see this is where the hauler attaches, which you can see back there in that back corner. So obviously that's a part of the set. I'm not gonna pull it off, otherwise I'll ruin the design of it in part of the video. And obviously made in China as well. One thing I noticed right away when comparing the cars, and my biggest issue is look at the color. It is very different. This is almost close to a blue when compared to the purple on the hauler. This is very, very light lavender purple, where this is a much darker, almost nighttime sky purple, like a classic purple you'd see on a rainbow. And this is definitely more of a lavender. So that's my biggest issue that I have going for me right now. Besides that, the font seems okay. And also look at the oranges as well. It's almost like this Bobby was like sitting out in the sun for several days and got the color wiped off of him, because the colors on the hauler are so much more vibrant and dark. And I honestly think that I might wish that Bobby had those same colors, because I think he might look better. Are there different versions of Bobby that have this color? If so, I will put a picture on the screen right now if there is one. If not, I will not. But for now, the ranking that I give at the end of the video is going to be based on the colors that I'm given here right in front of me. But that's my main overall issue right now. Otherwise, Octane Gain looks like it matches pretty nicely, and the logo fits pretty perfectly. There's not too much else to compare. The 19 is the same font as well. Otherwise, the only 19 that you can see on this car is in the license plate. That's one thing that he's missing that I think that would be pretty cool to have. One thing that Matt had that gave him bonus points is that, just like Bobby Swift, how he has his name right there, Mac had it right there as well, which matched Lightning McQueen pretty perfectly. But since the colors are not matching up very well, that is one of the main things that we're judging here. In the overall decals, the decals look very good as well and match perfectly, but besides that, the colors do not match, and that has to bring it down quite a bit, in my opinion, because it's hard to match. Usually you see the color and the hauler and you're like, oh my gosh, that is obviously that racer's hauler. But with this, besides knowing that it's Octane Gain, that could be a completely different racer. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. And if they were the matching colors, it would probably be an 8 out of 10, because there's still some differences that I would like to see on there. So anyways, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this review. Make sure to stay tuned for part 3, which I'll show you an upcoming sneak peek for right now. As you can see with Cal Weathers, and his hauler is going to be the very last one to review. And then moving on, we're going to do a Thunder Hollow solo review with Patty, and then we're going to do a Red Bus review from London, I believe, or the UK from Cars 2. Anyways, guys, hope you guys did enjoy part 2. Make sure to stick around for part 3 to see the overall ranking of all 3 haulers and racers combined together. And I'll see you guys in the next one.